I'll get us public on the Facebook. Here we are. Now we're live. We're out here. Let me get this. I need to change my settings in here just to make this public. But I kind of like just buying time and talking nonsense right now while I'm waiting for us to show up live. Here we go. Now I see us. Like that. Subscribe that. Ooh, I better turn the volume down so we don't have to listen to me twice.
Logo splash coming in.
I see that.
3,
we're
2, 1.
Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping. Woo, 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 woo. He doesn't care. It's not concerned. Or he throws up. I think he throws up. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. We're rocking. We're rolling. I gotta turn that down. That was loud in my ears. I think I had the other microphone up. I was deaf. Can't taste anything. What's up, everybody? We got Jai Guy in the house here. And we got Ziggy Zaggy, oi, oi, oi over there. Zig Zagging Ziegler. What's up, fellas? Can you hear me? Am I here?
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have your podcast mic on?
I think so. The music's just really loud.
Oh,
yeah. I got my podcast mic. I can turn it up a little bit. I turned it down a little bit earlier, but I can turn it up.
That's perfect.
You like it right here?
Go turn it on louder on your end.
Check.
That's too loud.
Well, I was also being obnoxious.
Yeah.
I was also being obnoxious. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Good to see you guys.
Perfect.
I know Angela's traveling today. I don't know where our guy Michael's at. I know Sean's doing recruiting demos in college.
Is the music still supposed to be playing?
Hell yeah, it is. We're just introing.
Okay. Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't
like
mean to introduce you.
You don't like the music?
Interrupt you.
Yeah. He's probably. I'm not telling Jai what to do, but he's probably gonna start like feathering it down. We like mumble around a little bit, and then he starts working it down, and then we know we're serious about the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Home Service Happy Hour. It's Wednesday because that's when we do the show. Zig, back-to-back weeks, special guest.
Back-to-back.
Threw it out. We just did an ice fishing trip, and I threw it out to everybody that was on the ice fishing trip to jump on if they get a sec. We had some fun. We had some laughs. I think I'm gonna play that video. I think we ought to play that. Give everybody a sneak peek of because today one of the gimmicks is show and tell. We're doing a little Home Service Happy Hour show and tell. I feel like that's a hell of a show and tell.
Yeah, turn it on.
So we might do that. We're gonna do a little segment we call Suppity Sup Sup, which is just what's up with the people on the show and what they got going on. And then I like this one, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I know what Zig's ugly is because I was living it when he left town. I don't know what the good and the bad is yet, but I know what the ugly was. How you doing, Zig?
I'm doing.
You're back? You're back to 95%?
Yeah, I'm 95% good. It was a little rough couple days there, but I'm back.
Worth it.
Yeah,
I don't know if everybody agreed it was worth it. I don't know if Jeremy Jennings agreed it was worth it. We'll see what his medical total.
Jeremy had a little bit more of a because he got sick too, right?
I don't know if he did get sick. I think he just got injured.
Oh, okay. I thought he was sick too, but
he might have been on the way out. I didn't hear if any of the Cali guys got anything.
His was a little bit more than what I had to deal with.
That would be my bad. When we do good, bad, and ugly, I think that's my bad. Is his little circumstance. We'll recap that for everybody. The good, bad, and the ugly. Jai Guy, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Aside from my son having fever right now, but
oh no,
everything's good. Yeah, I know.
It's your guys' summer. What's he doing getting sick right now? It's the summer for you.
No,
guys.
It's kind of trickling down to the summer right now, but
everybody's getting it.
Yeah, everybody's getting it.
It even made it to the damn Philippines. Yeah. I'll be damned. Well, we got a freaking action-packed show here, you guys. We got to do some segments. It's like suppity sup sup. We got to do that. I think we just did suppity sups up actually. If I'm not based on what the segment is just checking in. What's up? So sup,
Sup?
done. Segment
Sup.
over. Well, actually, what is up with me is I'm solo parenting for this week. Again, I was solo parenting last week. I'm solo parenting this week. I keep like Marty's got work travel. At least this week, my 3 kids are healthy. Last week, like 2 of them were sick. And when your kids are sick, like you just can't get anything done. So
Yeah.
at least I got a healthy crew. And I recovered from the same thing that Zig is currently recovering from or almost out of the woods on. So I feel like the what's up is we're on the up. We're on the up and up. This is suppity sup. That was a lot of ups. That was too many. I want to do the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then I want to roll into show and tell. And we'll keep her going. Zig, do you have an immediate good that comes to mind? Anything popping for you?
Good. Nothing immediate that comes to mind.
Not an ice fishing trip or anything? No, nothing good about that.
No. that is my good. That's my good for the week is the ice fishing trip that we just got back from.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna save the recap of that until after we watch my show and tell. I'm gonna save like we'll get into the ice fishing. Actually, maybe we do it beforehand. I think we do it beforehand.
That's my good. It was good just like every year, like last year was good. Same thing. Good group of guys, good conversations, good
Not a good signal. Not a good
What
signal.
happened?
He's just gone. Looks like his phone died.
Man,
Gone.
wait to end up on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the bad. Zig's phone died. That was bad. Oh, it did just try to reload him, but it didn't like him.
Oh man. Okay.
Well, I think we got your bad already, Jai, with your kiddo having a fever. What else? What's good?
The good is we're pretty busy on the click all sell and side of things. We're launching a new service. Everything's
Ooh, can we talk about it? Where's Michael at? Is he like busy creating
I
the
can't. It's Michael's to share about.
I gotcha.
I can't talk about it. I'm sorry, but we're launching new services from Click All Sell, and everything is launching now. So
there now he's back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened. I got a phone call and then it like kicked me out.
That was the bad. It was the good. The good turned into the bad real quick. What Zig? Like this year was so different than last year. Last year we were all able to fit into one fish house and hang out, and this year I felt like we were more segmented. Like I hardly saw the California dudes at all. They stayed in the one fish house. I was kind of stuck in mine, cooking and cleaning fish and stuff. Do you think that was better? Last year I think we had 7 guys. This year we had 12. What
I don't
like pros and cons of the group size was?
I think I don't want to say like saying it's better makes it sound like it was bad. I think smaller was a little bit better just because we were all together like the whole time, so we were able to like talk to everybody the whole time. Because I didn't really get to see them. I would go into their camper every night for a couple hours and then come over to yours. But I feel like we kind of were separate, in our own little trailers for the most part. But it was still a really good trip because we had good groups and we kind of, it just worked out the way it worked out. But I like the smaller group a little bit better.
Yeah. The vibe was good. I will say, like, when we went to the bar midday on Saturday, and even you didn't go on the return trip to the bar Saturday night, but that was fun with the big group too, because everybody's just kind of bouncing around. Like that was a blast.
When we were able to all be together, like I don't think the thing that was better was that the group was smaller. I think if you were able to have like a big ass ice house where all 12 of us could have been in it all the time, then it would have been perfect. But there was no way to do that because it was just too many people in one house.
Next year, we'll figure out a way to like Lego up the doors. We'll just get 2 huge fish houses and make like a V and get the doors so that there's that's it.
Well, that was the other thing too, is they were kind of far away from each other. So like -15 degrees when you're sitting in your fish house, and it's like,
Should I go over to their fish house?
yeah,
or
should I
just
go
stay?
over there right now, or should I just wait a little while? It's nice and warm here. I'm catching fish here. I'm talking, having good conversation here, and then, but then you're like, oh, I kind of miss the other guys. I want to go talk to them. So yeah, if there was a way, like if there was maybe if the trailers were closer together, we might have bounced around a little bit more.
I did think it was funny, Jai. We had these guys from California that were like really nervous about the cold weather, and it was cold. I mean, we had like below Fahrenheit, below zero by a substantial amount. And these guys from California, from San Diego, that have, I mean, their temperature is like between 60 and 80 all year. It's like the most comfortable temperature where Michael's at.
Yeah.
Most comfortable temperature all the time. And I was kind of worried they wouldn't be able to handle the cold. By the second day, Jeremy's out there like standing outside taking a pee with a t-shirt on. Like
Right before he had his accident, like a couple hours, he came in and he had his t-shirt on, and they were all like, "Man, you're acclimating really well to this. You're getting used to it." He's like, "Yeah." And then lo and behold, a couple hours later,
then a
he
couple hours later he paid for it.
thought he could put his foot in the hole.
Yeah, so
Dang.
I'll paint the picture of this because I think this is the one bad from the trip. This is the bad. This is everybody's bad. It was midnight. I was drastically overserved. I'm not sure who was doing it to me, but I was substantially overserved. I do remember
you were a man.
I was
You were
on
in
another
rare
level.
form.
Yeah, it's hard to get me like that, but tequila for a long enough time period will get me in that shape. And I remember stumbling around. I'm like out stumbling around trying to find tip ups, but they got buried in just enough snow where it was like I left 2 of them in overnight. I couldn't find the darn things. And as I'm stumbling around, I hear somebody yell that Jeremy dislocated his shoulder. Or yeah, like I don't remember what the memory's a little foggy to me. The memory might be a little foggy to me after being overserved so much. But I went into their fish house and Jeremy's laying on the floor. And I don't think you were in there yet, Zig. Were you in there?
They hadn't come and got me yet.
Okay. So I was in there before that and I dismissed myself, which I felt like was the responsible thing to do.
They said you poked your head in and you looked at him and you said, "Yeah, I can't deal with this right now."
Yeah, I was like, I can barely see straight. Like,
which was definitely the best thing for you to do because it wouldn't have been helpful.
No, I would have been in I wasn't going to be able to drive anybody anywhere. There's nothing I could have done to be useful. I was just taking up space in a space that somebody who was sober and more useful could have taken up. So Jeremy, their generator ran out. All the lights went off in their fish house. So he was sitting there. He stood up, took like 2 steps, and in the fish house, the holes are in the floor, but they're down in there. In my house, I always keep them covered. And I think Zig, in your house that you were in, you kept them covered too.
We have them covered.
I don't know that this guy had covers for his holes. Like the rental, I don't think he had covers for him. So Jeremy took a step, foot down to, I mean, basically like whole leg down in the hole. Twisted his left, not the leg that went into the hole was fine. I think he twisted his left knee up.
Yeah.
His left knee was the one that was up high, but because of the way he fell, he really twisted his knee bad on the way down. And then as he was falling, he tried to catch himself and he dislocated, like he popped his shoulder out of the socket down into like his armpit. I mean, that thing was down in his arm.
It was in his armpit.
And so there he is, like laying on the floor, the wet floor of the fish house. Granted, he was a little tuned up as well, so he was just kind of giggling about it. He looked like if a person was alive but was a chalk outline, like he was a living chalk outline of himself. He was just laying on the floor, like leg kind of twisted, arm out, like yeah, exactly. That is exactly what he looked like. And you couldn't move him anywhere. He couldn't sit up. He couldn't move. So Zig went over to try to help. Zig, you tell the rest of the because now
I was asleep. I was asleep, and I wake up to somebody yelling my name in the door. Zig, Zig. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you're an EMT, right? And I was like, yeah. But I thought I was dreaming. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? And he's like, are you an EMT? I said, yeah. He's like, we need you. We need an EMT. And I'm like, oh, God. So I wasn't really in the form.
Who was it? Who came to get you?
Fred. I think it was Fred. It was dark. We were all sleeping.
Oh, you guys were all asleep in there?
Yeah, everybody was asleep.
Oh, damn.
So Trevor, he's like, oh, I'm not missing this. So he jumps down off it. He was sleeping in the bunk above me. He jumps down off the top bunk, and we go running over there. And he's laying there on the ground, and I'm like, I've I have like I don't have any formal training on how to reset a shoulder. But when I worked in the emergency room, I had done it a few times under like the guidance of a
Supervision.
doctor.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
doctor was like, "Okay, wrap this towel here, pull here." Also, the doctor looked at the shoulder and knew exactly how it was dislocated. What all that stuff plays into how it's going to be reset. And I'm like, dude, I haven't done that in like 10 years. And so I'm looking at it, and I knew a couple things to have him try.
Speaking of douchebags,
There
look
he
at it.
is,
Yeah,
Trevor. Heck yeah, man.
Trevor stealing the house, bro.
You know what? The only problem is he walked in, and we're telling a story that he's already heard, and it's gonna bother him.
Yeah, you're right. He's gonna be
Wait,
bored.
can we speed this up? Can we
He's
just speed
gonna
this up a
talk
little
himself out in
bit?
like 10 seconds. He's just gonna disappear.
Is
Be
this
like,
story
"I'm out."
almost over with?
Are we done yet?
Yeah,
So-
it's taking too long.
So yeah, so I tried to
Bunch
have
of
him put his arm
jabronis.
behind his head or whatever, and he's like, I can't do any of that. So I'm like, that's it. That's all I got.
At
I
least he
don't
was
know.
still giggling though. Like that was what
Yeah.
most impressed me about Jeremy laying on that floor is he was like giggling the whole freaking time still.
Well, then
Like-
we were like, let's just call 911 because that's the next route. And then
No, I watched the video. You were about to do it, and Trevor's like, no,
Thank you.
no, bro. Like Trevor gets all the credit because you
Thank
were
you.
about to dive in there, and Trevor's like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, man.
I don't think we should do that at all.
So we're about like they wanted to call Tanner, and I'm like, why are we calling Tanner? Let's just cut out the middleman and call 911. Well, they were like, no, let's call Tanner. He'll know what to do. Okay, so Tanner calls and asks Trevor.
Tanner,
He
the
had
rental.
no idea.
He'll know what to do.
He was like, okay. I'm like, dude, just stop. So 911, he calls 911 for us, which was another thing that was stupid. He calls us back and tells us how 911's like, they're not going to come out there. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
He was the one that talked to the first shitty dispatcher.
Yeah. Well, no, I did too.
Oh, you did too.
Yeah. So after he tells us they're not coming out, I'm like, that's not an option. That's not how this works. So I call him. Well, Freddie calls him on his phone and gave me the phone. So I'm on the phone with her, and she's telling me the same thing. And she has no idea what to do either. She's like, well, we can't come out there, and you guys can maybe get him in a car, about whatever. I'm like, this is so stupid. I don't remember what I said. Something along the lines of like, I'm also a first responder, and where I work, we wouldn't be telling people we can't come to them. And I don't remember exactly, but anyways, she transferred me over to some other agency or another dispatcher or somebody else who was completely different and was like, we know what we're doing pretty much. Because I
we
had a
have
plan.
for this. Yeah.
I came up with a plan after they told us they weren't coming out. I'm like, okay, tell them we'll meet them at the shore. They can give us their backboard. We'll drive the backboard out here. We can get them on the backboard because I know I can do that. And we'll put them in your truck because you have a cap, and then drive the truck back to shore and put them in the ambulance. And the lady was like, "Oh no, honey, we got this figured out. We're sending everybody." And I was like, "Oh, okay,
We're all
that's-
sitting here bored. This is great. This is gonna be how long have you guys been drinking for? This is gonna be fun. This is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me where Dan was at the time.
He was not dealing with this.
Responsibly, I dismissed myself because I just would have been just the drunk guy that couldn't see straight, standing in the way of everybody. So I was responsible, and I said, I can't do this right now. I went and laid down and went to bed.
I heard
Yeah,
you
so-
opened the door, looked in, and said, "No, I'm not dealing with this."
That's an exaggeration. I have enough memory to know I stood in there for like 10 seconds probably, and I was just like, oh shit. And I kind of watched what was going on, and I was like, I'm just like way overserved, dudes. I can't.
All I
deal
know
with
is it was,
Like,
it was
I can't be
negative 10
useful.
degrees. Negative 10 degrees, and I look out, and Dan's wearing a sweatshirt, trying to find his
Those
what do you
tip
call
ups
them?
were-
Tip
Yeah,
ups.
running-
Yeah, those tip ups
for
were
like 20 minutes.
dude.
I'm like,
Yeah.
he's
Running
gonna
around
die.
in the snow.
Dude, they were.
He's
I
gonna
didn't-
die out there.
Two of them I barely could find the next day because there was like a half inch of snow that had come down and they just disappeared. And when you can't see straight, they're twice as hard to find. So
In the
I did
meantime,
good at
Zig's over here doing Pilates. What are you doing, bro?
I'm
stretch.
tying my shoes.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
So
But then, no, back to my story. I was like, listen, lady, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
You're gonna send
then-
everybody.
And
My
then she
name's
was like,
Zig.
"No, I'm in charge."
Yeah, the second lady was awesome, and then the
Excellent
paramedics
story.
that came were sweet too. Like they were super professional. The guy was able to put his arm back in the socket.
That video
Plus
is
they were-
funny. I saw Jeremy sent it out today to like a little fishing group that we have, and I was like, "Man, if you just take the audio off of that without the video, it sounds like that boy's having sex." 100%.
Yes.
He's like, "Oh yeah, oh
There you
yeah, that's good. That's the spot. That's the spot."
It's a omnidirectional sex too. It's not it's not
Yeah, it's
pointing
hard
the
to tell.
direction you would expect.
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly who's going at who there. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
put it in there. There's a lot of
Really
pull it, put
confusing.
it. It is really confusing.
It's above
Maybe
my
he's-
pay grade. I was born before the 90s, so I don't know what's going on.
Maybe he's like asexual. Maybe it was with himself. So it was is an
a thing.
asexual gerb. Yeah. Rob's in the house.
What?
I came into the weird part of that.
They're all weird.
But at least you
It's all
know
weird.
about it. At least you know about what you just came into. So it's a fine time for you to show up, Rob. It's a fine time.
Yeah,
Welcome
man.
to the party.
Is Zig frozen? What's going on there?
No, he's thinking about taking a poop.
Yeah, he probably is thinking about taking a poop. We got the trio, or the whatever you want to call us of stomach buggers here, but everybody's
Yeah.
upright. Everybody's upright. Nobody's looking too pale anymore.
Yeah.
That's a plus. That's a plus.
I'll say
You
it's
can't
the,
tell, but Dan is currently sitting on a toilet.
Yeah, just I brought the green screen into the bathroom. If you hear any noise, like if you see me go on mute, it's just to cover up.
you reach back and go.
Flush. Jai, do we have a flush sound effect? You got a flush sound effect back there, Jai guy?
I can look for one way.
Rob, I'm digging your sign, man. The billboard. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Oh, hey, the next segment on the show is show and tell. I know I got like a 3-minute video to show and tell. Rob, do you have a sign you can show and tell us?
I have a couple of videos we could show and tell, but I don't think anybody else. I think we might lose all the ratings, or it could be the most viral.
I think people will like the first edition of my attempt at a promo video. I can't use it at Home Service Workshop because it's like 2.5 minutes, but we're gonna change a few things, and then I'm just gonna like boost it on Facebook as an ad for a bookkeeping business. It's too funny not to. But everybody today is gonna get a sneak peek at that one. But what's this sign? Do you have a show and tell of the sign? Oh yeah, look at that.
That's coming through amazingly clear.
That's all you get. That's all you get, Facebook world.
You had to be there, folks.
Look at this guy.
Oh,
It's a bloody Australian.
It's Mr. Wisconsin.
Oh, how we doing?
ah,
Bloody hell. Welcome to the party.
What's going on?
Just
I will say,
recapping a little ice fishing trip and talking about who got the shits and who fell in a fish hole.
yeah.
A mini me.
Mini me.
Say hi.
Hi.
All right,
There
get
he
out
Yeah, I
is.
think I
Get
dodged
outta
the
here.
bullet on that one.
Go make some money.
Go make daddy more.
Get back to work.
Zig's
What's good, man?
on the road, but somebody's got to finish off this Jeremy story. Trevor, were you there for the whole paramedic bit?
I would never try to take this away from Zig. I know how much he likes to talk.
Yeah, Trevor's already getting impatient. He's like, "What's next? What are we doing? What are we talking about next?"
I'm sorry, Zig.
Trevor, I need you. I want you to finish it, dude. Take it home.
But you know, Zig is the only person I've ever met who gets upset when he wins.
He was so mad that he won that game of Catan.
So mad. So mad. You're welcome, by the way.
I don't even remember giving him. I don't even remember giving him a look, and he's like, "Do you remember the look you gave me after I won?" Like
you
he was
did.
mad at me. He was
You
mad
Calm
did.
at
down,
me.
Cole.
You gotta
Calm
ask
down,
Clay
Cole.
about it because Clay's the only other one that noticed it.
Look at Cole's head.
This is what
What's
you
wrong?
looked right at me. You were like pulling your fucking pieces off the board. Like
I won't even let you win. I'm no longer playing your games.
I
you're
hate
not
to
winning
lose,
this
man.
game.
I hate to
This
lose.
game's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with before you win it.
Yeah.
I do think that happened the night before when I got overserved when Jeremy put his leg in a fish hole. I think we were playing a game, if I recall correctly, and Trevor, I think maybe I made the call or Trevor, you made the call to say like Dan isn't allowed to play. one
think
of
we're
us.
done now.
Yeah,
You
one of
guys
us.
had a
I would-
long. You guys played that game forever the night
Yeah.
before.
That was because it took me 30 minutes to take a turn. I couldn't see my cards.
Dan would sit there and just stare at his cards for 5 minutes straight, and then what he would say, we'd say, Dan, come on, man. He'd be like, I'm making moves.
Draw 4.
It's like, all right, I think
Go
this
fish.
game's over.
Go fish.
Yeah. Do you
Go
have any
fish.
6s? That's the wrong
Go
game.
fish.
Dude, and that was like the highlight of how bad I felt, right? Or a high point of how
Yeah.
bad I felt. And I'm just, will you just please finish the game?
Turn that into a bed so I can lay somewhere
Yeah, I
else.
remember to just like sleep right here on the floor. Wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, I'm blaming the venison bacon, by the way. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, knowing what we all got, and then thinking about Rob having to deal with that in the fish house instead of like
Right?
normal toilet.
Trooper.
That's terrible, dude.
Trooper.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was in the hotel room about 11 o'clock, and I woke up
Oh,
and I was just violently shaking. So I got in
Yeah.
the shower for like an hour.
Dude, I did the same thing. The second
Oh.
I walked in my hotel room door, I was in the shower for an hour.
It was horrible.
Shitting.
So, for those that came in mid segment here, this is a segment we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. The ugly is the stomach bug. I think we all declared the it's a unanimous ugly. It's not like everybody has their own ugly. I think we can all agree that maybe the belch. If that might be a show and tell bit, we might need to save that for show and tell. But the ugly was the stomach. The bad, I think, was Jeremy in the paramedic run. But I'm curious. I got a good from Zig. T-Bone, what? Give us a good. What was your good?
That's so easy.
It's his new ringtone.
That's pretty good.
Is that?
The audio on that is so much better than what I got. And then when we did Lunch Ladyland, I think they're like it sounds like there's like 15 people talking in front of that.
Yeah, Lunch Ladyland was a little tough to tell what was going on there until the belch.
That part when I got home and I got in the bed, that was probably the best part.
The highlight of the trip was being on the trip.
That negative 10-degree weather, man. I seriously, when I got off the plane, it was 55 degrees, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
That had to feel like a heat wave.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
I got
home.
home to a snowstorm in 10 degrees.
Mm-mm.
The fact that I got home and weighed the same amount that I did when I left, not really liking the way that worked out, but usually it's like, oh, fishing trip. I've gained 10 pounds.
Yeah, you did good though. You did good. Way to
Get it all
go.
out.
I'm trying to load up.
Honestly, so I think I actually figured out what must have happened or how I got sick is from when we went to go get the fishing license. I'm the only one who interacted with those two, like to go get the fishing license. Like that's the only thing. Like we all ate similar spots. We went
No,
everywhere
we all
else.
did that. We all did
It was
that.
one
We
of
just
those
did it
two.
before you did.
Yeah, like I don't know.
No, we did too. We went to the same two ladies before you did.
I think
you
it
did
came
get
from that. I think it came from that bat that you ate.
Yeah, or maybe it was the trail mix.
I don't
Dude.
know.
Did any of the California guys get sick?
I don't know how they could.
Yeah,
They
they were
took so
on
much medicine.
They were
They were on
on
so
so much medicine. They had so
So
much
either
medicine in their
Dan
veins.
frozen or the three of us
I
are just
think-
on some different connection right now.
I think Dan froze up. Dan froze up.
Dan?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, we're on Dan's podcast without Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Hello there.
I feel like we're
Yeah,
being
I get back.
super-
My wife's now got the flu.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, well,
Oh.
I'm really glad that you got sick with something not what I gave you.
Yeah.
But
I'm back. What happened? Where'd I go? What
You
happened?
froze up.
I
You froze up.
I had to
you want to
shut
go
my
see Elsa and Anna?
We lost the Australian already. You couldn't
Hey,
handle
what
it.
did I say except you're welcome.
Mhm.
He's been stewing ever since we started the conversation about the Catan game. He's like, you know what? Screw
He's
these
mad.
guys.
Screw these guys. I'm out.
He couldn't handle it. The I think like it was super fun having 12 guys up there and getting South Carolina and getting California, like getting different people out on the ice for the first time is always my like favorite thing, just because it's so weird. It's such a goofy damn thing out there. But it is tough. And Zig and I were talking about before you guys came. It's tough with 12 guys. Like last year we had 7, and so you could all get in a fish house together and hang out, and so you're just like stumbling upon each other, but you're all getting the same experience. And it's weird to have 3 different fish houses. Like you don't. I don't think I spent more than an hour in either of the other fish houses, beside like between cooking and doing shit and playing games in our fish house.
Well, last year we never spent any time in our fish house except for at night. Like we would, the whole day would be spent in yours, and then at night we would go back to ours and set up lines at night, and then kind of talk
There's
for
so
a
many
couple hours
jokes.
and go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
too
many
easy,
jokes.
Trevor. There's a lot of jokes to be made,
So
but
did you say you would set up lines at night?
yeah.
You were doing lines?
Yeah, because we weren't fishing in that fish house at all during the day.
Well, and Trevor, last year we got like 80 walleyes, so you know.
Yeah, you were catching walleye all day.
Different lake, different story. I have heard that the walleye bite up there was crap too for whatever reason. Some people were getting them, but that was fun last year. But we didn't get shit for perch last year, and this year was just Perch City.
No, we just got shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, we got all the shit this year, that's for sure.
And we didn't catch burbot last year, which was amazing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Those are cool fish.
I was super pumped to just have reeled one of those in.
I'm kind of bummed that they fried any of it. That like
I am
boiled
too.
burbot with the butter was
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like lobster, man.
We should bring the fish and the batter next year, because they didn't like their batter was.
it was below the ones we got last year. That like both the ones we had last year were better than this year.
They were
Yeah.
I'm thinking everybody comes to South Carolina next year. It's a little
do
bit
that. We can do-
warmer.
and we
can
fish
do
for ice
both.
cubes out of a drink.
Yeah,
I
there you
wouldn't
go.
be opposed to going down there.
Your
Dude,
ice
I'll
fishing
set it up.
sucks. Your ice fishing sucks.
No, it's great. You put
there's-
ice in your cocktail and you fish. It's called ice fishing.
You got to keep in mind there's at least 4 boob events a year. So we can go to South Carolina whenever we want. We can do unsanctioned boob events whenever it's optional. Whenever you feel like,
whenever, and it's optional.
yeah.
Well,
I
I
like
do
keeping them
unsanctioned
unsanctioned.
events every week. Zig, where you going, buddy?
I'm taking my kid to jujitsu.
You got stuff to do. You got ass to kick.
Go teach him how to beat people up.
Why is it everything you say makes me laugh? What is that?
I
I'm
don't
taking
know
my kid to jujitsu.
But bam, smack.
why is that funny.
It sounds like code for something. I'm taking my kid to jujitsu.
It's code for I'm taking my kid to jujitsu.
Okay, I want to see it. Stay on the line. Go in. I want to see
Yeah, we
it.
got to see some
Okay.
jiu-jitsu action.
Have you
Alright,
seen
I
the
will.
video of
Well, it starts in like 10 minutes, so we got a couple minutes to talk.
There we go. I think we got to hit.
JEW Jitsu?
What is going on?
What is going
Cole's
on?
back. What happened to you over there, Cole? What the hell are you
What
doing?
is? You changed your name, I see.
No. Jai is changing this all.
I'm pretty
Could be.
sure you didn't win anything. I don't want to.
Good.
Well, I mean, if you say you're the winner,
Yeah. Cole, do you have anything to say about this?
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I can't hear nothing.
we can hear you.
That explains it.
Yeah, that explains the silence. Let's hit Jai, we have to get our audios for new segments. We're switching to the next segment, show and tell.
Ooh.
We got show and tell on the show. I'm taking we're doing this one. Rob, you should get up your here we go. Rob's got to get working on this show and tell music. This is our show and tell music on the show. Rob, you should probably get up the burp clip. That'd be a good show and tell. Let me get this thing up. You guys see that? Here's what we're doing. Oh yeah. Here is this is the sneak peek for y'all. Let's see. I think the audio is gonna work. You guys tell me. I'll hit the play button. This is the sneak peek on the promo video Oh, we lost Cole again. He's just going. This is a sneak peek for the promo video for Home Service Workshop. The problem is I have 1 minute and this is 2.5 minutes, but you get to see the original version. Hit it.
In a world where all the data was super disorganized,
You got
and they
audio?
probably ran out of light gear too. There was only
Dan.
one. What's up?
What are you doing?
I was just in here recording a promo video for the Home Service Workshop.
Well, it sounds a little intense. Why don't you just ask your customers what they think?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Okay. Can you get me a beer?
No, it's 8 a.m.
You're right. That bait-
I was a client with Best Damn Bookkeeping. The skies were pretty blue, but I still didn't know where my money was going. Now that I'm a Best Damn Bookkeeping customer,
I like your stutter there.
Dan Platter was able to afford this ice house that I can fish in. I don't remember what else I said. So, blah, 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 blah.
Here we are, fishing in Wisconsin.
We're in Minnesota, dude.
Yeah, when you're from Australia, you never know where you're really at.
Give us some honest thoughts about Best Damn Bookkeeping.
Hold on a second. Wait.
That flask, man. Yeah.
All right, now I'm ready.
Yeah, what do you think?
Honest thoughts.
They're the best. It's so damn cold out. I don't know how you don't use them.
And that makes sense.
Bookkeeping doesn't have to suck. You can have fun. You can be doing bookkeeping with friends.
I had a 0 credit score and now I have an 890. My credit score has shot through the roof since I signed up with Best Damn Bookkeeping.
And I think Best Damn Bookkeeping is the freaking damn best. And you better recognize that.
You're supposed to talk to me, but you keep saying nice things.
We owed $97,000 in taxes last year, and Dan picked the bill up himself.
I paid that bill. No wonder why I am broke.
That's why we're splitwise and everything.
Not to suck. You want to make better decisions, make more money, make more profit. Like Scott Ziegler, who can afford sweet flasks.
I know exactly where my money's going. Dan Platter was able to afford this fish house that I can fish in once a year.
You shut the up.
It sure is nice knowing exactly where my money's going now that Dan Platter keeps my books.
This is the worst promo video ever. In all seriousness, your bookkeeping is the most important tool you have in your business. It is the number one thing you use to make decisions with, and that's how you make more money. So if you want, knock that off. We don't need like the real stuff. That's my show and tell.
Play time right now?
Stuff.
Oh my gosh, yes. We gotta
Time to go to jiu-jitsu.
Go Kickers. Go
He's
get them.
pumped. That guy's pumped. Go kick
He's
some
pumped.
butt. Dude, he's
pumped.
stoked. He's ready for some jiu-jitsu. Go get him. Rob, you got a
Hey, hold on,
You
hold
have-
on. Come here.
you got a belch video lined up for us for a little show and tell? You got any
Yeah.
belch action?
Yeah, I can do that.
I feel like that's a dandy show and tell. It could be a physical show and tell. It doesn't have to be a digital show and tell. Trevor, are you frozen or do you got something cool to say?
Hold on.
That's good. You did good, except for like I could still see you moving. And so,
You can see my eye twitching.
yeah, that too. I thought you just had a fart stuck, but no.
Do you remember that, or were you too?
I do remember your eye twitching when you chewed. Yeah,
Yeah, it happens.
this is good. That's a good look for you.
So just want to give people a heads up. Dan and I sing perfectly on key at all times.
Mhm. No
If
doubt.
your eardrums burst in the next few seconds, my apologies. But
It's because of the background noise. It sounded good live. The background noise is what really made it rough.
Now's a good time to go ahead and adjust your volume.
I feel like I need another She's my hero, man. Like, where'd she come from? She just came out of
that's
nowhere.
all, bro. This
It's
is
the
the best.
best. It's the best that she comes from like where the camera is. She's just like she just came out of nowhere.
It's like she's holding the camera and then just enters the room.
Yeah, like
That's Minnesota class, baby.
yeah, like this weak burp. Let me get up in here. It was epic.
Cole says his shit ain't working.
We could tell because of the way that it wasn't. Anybody else got a T-Bone? You got a show and tell item or digital show and tell? Anything you'd like to show and tell about?
There's some stuff
Rob,
I
I did.
can't show.
Yeah, I suppose. Rob, I did. I listened to the one video of our phone wallet keys. I felt like we did pretty good on that one. Like we were a little behind at times, but that one sounded like we actually. I mean, we're just rapping, so I guess it probably does sound better. The
I mean,
the
Adam
rest
Taylor does just speak. He doesn't really sing so much.
that worked out good. What
The
you got
button
there?
there.
What you got there?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's least of our words. Come on. Yeah. They slide away. Come on. Oh, you're so close, dude. It's like right there.
Just a bad fish house porno.
Come on, I don't above my head. Dude, that's fucking.
Yeah,
that's
that's
fucking
what
awesome.
I wanted.
That's a lot of progress.
Yes, it is.
Dude,
That's where I wanted it to go.
You got my arm above my head. Oh yeah.
No, it's right. It's almost there. Ah, I think you got it. Almost. Oh. Oh, that's not the right spot. Oh.
It's funnier every time I see it.
Does it feel? Almost. Almost? Oh, God, it's almost like yeah, let's take it there. Let's give it a second. Hang on by your side. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be sore. Yeah.
That's enough. I can't do it.
Did the video get when they actually got it in?
Yeah, but they were hovering over him at that point, so that
okay, couldn't see anything.
Wasn't as satisfying as.
There's my other show.
Let's get it.
That's the new sign.
Yeah.
Oh
It
hell
looks
yeah,
huge.
dude! Did you open up a gas station then?
This building was a gas station.
Oh, is it really? So
Yeah.
that's like the framework of it.
Well, no, they took down everything that was there.
Oh, did they really? Okay.
Yeah.
What was that?
It just
20
looks
grand.
like it looks like a gas station sign. Like you're gonna put a price tag. You're gonna put like a price tag with a small 9 in the upper right.
Those signs are so much more than you would think they are. They're
Yeah.
like 20 grand, right?
The LED sign that's in there, we paid 34 or 37 for it.
1,000?
Yeah.
Woo!
But that was 5 years ago, and so we had to take it down, brought it over here.
You can get a super
Well,
dude
that's
for
the
that.
same. That's the same sign that you had at the old shop.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we just got the new with the logo and then the phone number. And then it's obviously it's two-sided, it's all lit. We're just waiting on the rest of the power and stuff to get run, and then we'll be good to go.
Hell yeah. That'll
Yeah.
be some good awareness marketing.
Yes, very much so. I was like, I'm so pumped. We're gonna have so many ridiculous jokes on there. Like where we used to be, it was a lot of vehicles, but there's so many businesses that like nobody's noticing stuff, and we will be that place on 50. Like it'll have the countdown to Christmas, like, hey, just keep going straight, you'll be in California in 3 more days, like so fun times.
I dig it. Way to go. Way to get that up. T-Bone, you're not going to Home Service Workshop next week, right? You out?
Nope, not going.
It's too warm for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a homebody.
Yeah. See that.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't been home for 4 months. It's been too much travel, man.
I'm feeling that. I'm going ice fishing this weekend because I had scheduled it already with like a buddy, and I'm taking my 2-year-old and he's taking his son. And I'm just like, I'm
so much work.
I'm just kind of ready to be home I haven't been home for a weekend in like months. And so it's like, just go, and then gone next week. And my wife has been gone every week too. And so it's not even like, there's just no program going on. There's no system.
Yeah.
There's only
Well,
chaos.
you don't have like all the sports stuff too, which helps. Nice for your age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, let's check it out.
Which what's the last segment, or what else are we doing?
We got to talk about the first live show. We're doing this show
Step
live.
1.
It's live, but we're gonna do it live. So I don't know another way to say it. Besides, it's like when you have a
Live
role,
squared.
like we have account managers for our business, but then the person that manages them is an account
He's the
manager.
manager.
It's an account manager.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah,
doing.
It's like
live
Space
squared.
Force. Let's go to the future. It's ludicrous speed.
Yeah. So
We've gone flat.
we got home service happy hour live squared coming next week. We're gonna be down at Home Service Workshop on stage filming a show. We got to figure out We got to get it. We got to get it. So like obviously the audio's got to be playing in the thing without creating, like, it's still got to be also live to all you guys if you're not there. And so we got to get it up. We got to get Jai in the back hanging out. Jai, where are you? Jai,
I'm here.
where are you?
I'm here.
There he is.
I'm here.
So we got to get Jai in the house for sure. We're gonna have to have you in the house, like on the screen, because otherwise there's gonna be one camera on the rest of us on stage, or maybe we have one on the stage. We'll get another camera on the audience, and then we'll get Jai in the house. We'll do the trifecta.
Yeah.
We're gonna have show and tell there. This is the part where we got to talk about the next show and brainstorm what we're gonna do. I think we need a live show and tell for like the coolest things people have found at the home service workshop so far, from vendors, from whatever. So we're doing some live show and tell action. I think we got to do a little what's hot, what's not, or maybe a good, bad, ugly segment. Suppity sup sup, just a quick like what's checking in with everybody. That's the new segment, Suppity sup sup. There was another, I emailed one out to Angela that I thought would be, the hot tip off. Today we're not doing a hot tip off, but at Home Service Workshop live, Home Service Happy Hour at the Home Service Workshop live, we're doing a hot tip off. So bring your hot tips, and then the audience is going to vote on the best hot tip, and that person will probably win a Busch Light, is just what I'm guessing. In my experience, that person wins a Busch
It might
Light.
have to be a Mick Ultra, but we'll see.
Could be whatever's on in Dan's cooler.
I could go the rest of my life without drinking a Coors Light at this point.
You had enough Coors Lights last weekend?
Yeah. I think I'm good.
So I'll make sure it's a Busch Light. Sounds good.
Yeah.
There you go. No, I think it'll be fun. I also want to do like a quick trivia, like I don't know who's going to be there to ask the questions, but it might need to be me from the stage. Could be you, Rob. But if I write the questions, then I should probably ask them, because if I write them and you ask them, I feel like I'm gonna win for sure.
Oh,
which I kind of like the sound.
You know the answers. These aren't just general questions.
No, I write.
Dan, I have a question for you, Dan. This is unrelated.
Different
Is this a trivia question?
No, but it's a question I just have to know right now. Have you ever had an idea pop into your head and not executed on it?
Yeah, most of them I don't execute on. Most of them I just say.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I was just
execute
curious.
on talking about them. Yeah. What?
Dan, you had the same idea that I did, that we were going to become professional karaoke singers, Prestige Worldwide too.
We just haven't. Well, we have
Prestige Worldwide.
I'm still working on one idea that I had a long time ago, and I might have told you about this one, Trevor. The shoes you don't have to wear. I've been working on that one for a long time. Like, that's such a dope idea.
Let me see if I can put that in my product inventory list.
Yeah.
Work on. It's a great idea.
That might be a hot tip off. Is somebody else should work on that. Like, imagine all the benefits. I mean, you could have used them in the bar. You were walking around barefoot in a nasty bar. If you had shoes you didn't have to wear, you could have been barefoot with all the benefits of shoes. The cushion, the cleanliness, traction, the warmth. You just don't have to wear them. Imagine that. All the benefits.
I'm trying to.
Is it hard?
It's not working.
Oh,
I'm trying hard.
Maybe you need a couple more Coors Lights to
maybe some of that California medicine would help, but I'm struggling to.
You got to get your creative juices flowing. But yeah, we got all kinds of good segments to do down at the Home Service Happy Hour at the Home Service Workshop live. Pumped for that one.
I'm definitely gonna have some real FOMO during the show.
Well, you'll be able to watch it live.
Obviously.
Jeremy's coming in. I got you, Trevor. He's like he probably wasn't even watching the show.
He's got like Spidey sense.
Yeah, Spidey sense went off, and he's just like, "Oh my god, somebody
needs me."
Yeah,
somebody needs me.
And like he's gonna come gimping into one of our screens with his bad knee and his arm in a sling.
So
Jeremy,
by the end of the week, he was walking like The Walking Dead, dragging his arms.
It's still just trooping, man. The dude's.
I ate the radioactive fish.
His
Even-
face started to droop on the right side.
I do want to stress this because I think this is an important skill, especially for business owners, because we have a lot of ups and downs. Jeremy laying on a fish house floor, looking like a chalk outline of himself, knee going one way, shoulder, arm going the other way. He still had he smiled and laughed more throughout that and the rest of the weekend than any of the rest of us combined.
Look at
I've just seen it.
Hey, we found it. We YouTubed it.
It's just laugh. His shoulders down in his armpit, his legs looking sideways. He's still just living his best life, man. Dude's a freaking trooper.
I
Having the
love
best
that
time
like
possible.
he said all the doctors and stuff. So all the ice fishing questions and that, and it's like I hope he's already turned this into a joke. You know, California guy goes ice fishing.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
Here's what happened.
Wrap it up. That
So
sounds
it
like
turns out the guy I can't remember who sent the text. The guy that died was on a
the
sled,
dude
right?
Yeah, the dude that died was on the snowmobile. So while we're up there, like the same night Jeremy was having paramedics run out, somebody died on a snowmobile, and then somebody got off. I think Tanner was the one that relayed this to us incorrectly, maybe. Somebody got off a snowmobile, slipped, hit their head, and he had told us that guy died. Like I think the original story that we had heard was that the dude that slipped and fell was the one that died, and the one that hit the tree with the snowmobile was, you know, messed up but was alive, but it's the other way around.
Somebody just like slipped. Okay, so they just. That's crazy though. I mean, I guess with all that extra snow, it was a slipping hazard below it that you wouldn't be expecting.
I mean, especially if you just get off. I mean, I've definitely had it happen where, and it's funny to watch. It's not as funny to be a part of unless you're okay. But where you like are on the ice, you step out of your truck, and it's like you might as well just stepped in a hole. You just disappear. Like there's no stopping your gravity coming down onto the ice. You just eat it immediately, like getting out of a truck. My buddy Duke, Rob met Duke when we were up there this weekend. Duke did that last week and just stepped out of the truck. And if you were sitting in the passenger seat, you'd see no resistance. They're just like, it's like they step out of the truck and they just keep going down.
Yeah. So Delta Airline crashes leaving the same airport the same morning that we left, and I was on a Delta flight. How has that not come up yet? What in the world? All female flight crew.
How do we know? It wasn't the Belcher. She would have landed that thing. She would have landed the thing. What do we know what the story was? Like, was it just windy and icy? And
there's video now from inside that like one of the tires had busted, and they literally said to everybody like, "Hey, you know, it's designed that without tires, it'll still land and it'll be fine." And then like you see the from inside of the cockpit of another plane, it just lands and then just like tips one way, and it just rips the tail or the wing, just shreds and blows up, and then it rolled over with all the extra weight and took the other one off. It's amazing that everybody's alive.
Yeah,
like that's absolutely insane. You know, my son's like, "Well, Dad, how did it happen? What happened?" It was like when you guys were texting, I was like, "I don't know." I saw a picture and was like, "Is this real?"
I'm not saying anything. I'm just stating the facts that it was all female pilots.
So like it was missing a tire, or a tire just
I think a tire like part of the landing
failure.
Yeah,
just like a landing gear failure. Didn't come down at all, or what?
No, it was down in the image. It looked like the impact was really hard. A lot of people are saying it was user error. Like they
just slammed her down.
Came in too hot. I mean, they landed in snow. Explain that to me. My South Carolina brain can't.
It's what we do. It's what we do up here.
I can't even walk in snow.
The entire thing looked like they were just going down on a skating rink. Like,
yeah,
that was kind of what I assumed happened. Is like the wind was I mean, like it was windy and cold as shit. So and they were Toronto, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is strangely like a little south of Minneapolis, I think, on a map. Like I think it's actually south of us.
I believe it. I believe it.
It's the one little part. But it was nasty out, man. Like, and you're down there in the Great Lakes region, you get a bunch of wind coming off that. So I didn't know what happened. I just assumed they like hit some ice, spun her out, and rolled her. But
Yeah,
man,
I was waiting for the text from somebody saying so and so was on that flight, or I was kind of crazy.
Jeremy said they were like in security with people on that flight. Like that was right when they were leaving the airport was when that plane left. Bonkers. But yeah, it's amazing everybody got out of there. The one video I saw, one of our dudes posted it in our little group text thing. The one guy's he might as well have been in the fish house with us with how many F-bombs he dropped in like 3 seconds. I don't know what else. I don't think there's another word. Like even if you never had sworn in your life and you got off that plane, I think you'd be dropping some F-bombs. I don't know how else you'd get out of there rationally.
So that the flight attendants are caught on camera telling them to turn their phone off, don't film. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
They all lived. They made it.
Yeah.
Are you just trying to start a conspiracy theory? Are you trying to start...
It's all in how you shake your head. I didn't say
what I
nothing.
mean? You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, though, right? You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Jeremy said, yeah, we were at the gates with the plane at the same time. That's bonkers, man. That's freaking bonkers. Boys, I got to wrap this thing up. I got to go get my kiddos. I'm already like an hour late, but Marty's not home. So I got individual kiddo duty. And one of my kids had play practice. So I got to go round them up. Jai, can you play us a little outro music and we'll close this baby out? That's what I'm talking about. Later, fellas. Jeremy. Closing out the show. Trevor, welcome to the show that you and I have been trying to do for a while. We'll do a late night show. We'll just do like a one-on-one business show. Rob already quit. Rob just pulled a Trevor. Rob wasn't even here. He just totally Trevored you. He was like, I'm going to be the first one to give up on this. I'm out. Anyway, you man, Trevor, thanks for coming out and hanging in the cold. We'll do a one-on-one late night happy hour podcast sometime. Business nerds, thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out. No show tonight. My guest already had to reschedule unless Trevor wants to go. But my guest had to reschedule. He was sick. So next week, live. Home Service Happy Hour at the Home Service Workshop. Don't miss it. Until then, you guys know what to do. Work smarter and harder. Go earn yourself some pride. Peace out.